We'll wait for the sausage roll to finish and then we'll heat that up, eh? Unless you want it cold, it's over to you. My name's Paul Wilson. I work for Idea Services. I support Alex to maintain as independent a lifestyle as possible. Do you want to come and do this? You just turn the dial around to the 3 there, so keep it coming. Well done, mate. That's as far as you go. Something that I love doing is helping people. And I suppose working as a support worker with Idea, you've got to have some sort of compassion towards people to be able to do that. Oh, yeah, what our instructions say here.
Come in.
Hi, Therese.
Hi, Philomena. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm okay.
My name is Philomena Semiatu. I work at Cashmere Homes. My role is a healthcare assistant. I've been here 3 years now, but I've been doing this job for nearly 20 years.
I'm going to give you a mouth care today because we didn't do it at lunchtime. We was in a hurry.
I enjoy this job. I love this job, I put it that way. I love this job. Basically because I always like to be looking after people.
So this is what I do to Therese. She brush her teeth in the morning and then brush her teeth again after lunch.
When I come in the morning, I say good morning to everybody. Well, sometimes they're sad because they can't sleep well from the night time. Some morning you come in, they while awake and they say good morning and they say silly dreams from last night and that make you happy. It's like family.
You can read my writing.
You wake up in the morning, you feel good because you're going to come and see your family.
Where the tracks used to go across the road.
That's right. Well, this place, this has been here for years and years and years. Here we are, the foundry opened in 1871. Alfred and George Price, that's where the A&G Price comes into it. When I was a young man at school, my mum was quite unwell. And I can remember going to school, it was just a hell of a thing because I don't want to be away from my mum because she's unwell. We're talking about a 5-year-old kid here. The other kids would be doing things and achieving stuff and that sort of thing. But for me, I was that set on trying to make sure that I don't screw up. If someone found out that I can't read and can't keep up with my schoolwork, or heaven forbid be put back a year, I would feel that, oh no, what's that going to do? Is that going to make mum unwell and cause difficulties there? It really, really affected my literacy and my ability to learn a lot of those sorts of things. I was just the person that sat in the back of the classroom, just sort of managed to avoid it all and just managed to slip through the system. When I left school, I could read and that sort of thing enough to get myself by, but any great depth or anything like that, it certainly wasn't. To retain the information and get it going, it just wasn't there. I trained as an ambulance officer years ago, and one of my biggest fears was if the boss finds out I can't read or I can't write very well, is that going to put my job in jeopardy? So that was a really, really scary thing for me. It was something I used to be beside myself, worrying about it. Years ago, there used to be seats around here. You get very, very cunning. You manage to bypass situations that require you to read out in public. You sort of make out you've got a bit of a sore throat or a cold or a couple of coughs. And that's the sort of way that you cover things like that up. I suppose is one of the compensatory things for not being able to read that sort of thing that well. I could remember things really, really well.
So we do like a physio thing? You can...
Yeah, I can get up. But
Get up?
I want to get someone else to help you.
Okay.
When I arrive in New Zealand, the English, I can hear the English word everywhere. Even my cousins, the one they born here, they speak English. And I thought myself, oh, I come in the wrong country. You know, I can't understand them. Just hello and goodbye.
I've got my co-worker here, this is Nesse. Hello.
When I first start doing this job, I'm really, really scared to speak the English. Well, on those days.
Put your legs down here.
I don't want them to hear I talk different. Sometimes I feel I don't know what to explain the patient needs.
The new bell.
I'm okay now, but those days of my first doing the job, yeah, it was a lot A lot of things a risk. We got a lot of paperwork we have to read through and, always explain how to use the hoist and what's the right equipment to use. It's okay. When I first do the job, sometimes I'm afraid if I can't read properly, I might not follow the policy of the job. Of course, I'm scared if the boss find out I hide those things, she might sack me from my job. If I drop this patient on the floor,
I think it'll fit over there by the side.
okay, we'll sit forward. The hardest person to tell is the manager. The easy person to tell is your friend at work. Somebody's close to you can share. Okay, thank you, Nessa. You're welcome. You can have me, okay? Okay.
People don't like talking to their boss about not being able to read and that sort of thing. It's sort of the wrong person to be sort of sharing that information with. There's like this stigma attached to it. You can't read. As time's gone by, I've figured out that there's a lot of people on the same boat. There's a huge amount of people on the same boat. And often it's people that you would least expect have difficulties with literacy. Fortunately enough, with Idea Services, we've got an organisation that recognises that people can have difficulties in that area and fully encourage us to take part in the program. I was given the opportunity to take on the program as a learner rep, the literacy program as a learner rep, and I thought, what an opportunity for me to be able to do this program to help myself and also be able to help others to understand what I'm doing. It's like leading by example. I'm there working with and around the staff. I'm just the same as everyone else. Yep. Okay. I tell them I had problems myself, and I took part in the training program, the literacy training program, and it's absolutely fantastic. The game is always played in a team of 1 to 3 players, singles or doubles. By sharing some of the problems and difficulties that I've faced through my working life, a lot of people can relate to that, and they'll just open up and they'll just say, hey, look, well, I've got difficulty with that as well. I find it very, very difficult to read books, or I find it very, very difficult to read those memos or understand what they're talking about. And just by working together with the people, it means that you can build up that sort of rapport.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good, thank you.
You comfortable?
Yes.
And that's it. One day I came to work at 7 o'clock. We sit down at 8 o'clock, and then my manager called me. She said, yep, okay, the learning rep's coming up, and I put you to go on that. The learning rep as somebody to help or to push the other kids to do training. I set up a study group. I just say, well, if we get together, have a cup of coffee, can we just study together? First one we do at my house, and then we'll pick a house with the single girl. They got no children, so no kids running around, and yes, or I always tell my husband to take my kids away while the girls are come. Most of us are Samoan girls. We talk in our language, and then we try to put it in English, easy English word for us. We work as team here. We study as team. We do everything together. The secret is to take away the embarrassment or the stigma around having difficulties with literacy. I've had people approach me that actually attended the program with me to find out where to from here. What else can we do? Can we carry on and keep learning? Which is absolutely fantastic. The learning reps for Pacific people as the way of learning, because if we not encourage our people and explain to them what's the benefit of it, they're never going to be learning. It's really given me a lot of confidence, a lot of confidence. I've achieved some quite good levels in unit standards. National certificates of care workers. Most of our girls, they complete their level 2. 2 girls complete the level 3. So yeah, it's a good benefit for the hospital, for the hard work for the girls. And it's good for the girls too to have a little bit of money, you know, on the top of the wages.
In this day and age, the job market's quite a competitive area. And it's really, really important to be able to learn skills and upskill. It's learning for life. A memory of those who fell, those who served South Africa, 1899 to 1902.
Big change in my life. I'm comfortable of doing my job. I'm comfortable of talking English.
Are you take sugar with your Milo?
I'm comfortable to go and talk to my manager to learn more about what's at my job. I'm comfortable with her now. So everything's become good.